Hey guys, it's Lindsay and welcome back to my channel and to another plan with me. So for this week I'm planning out the week of March 4th through the 10th and I'm using the Honey Kit from Scribble Co. This is a super crazy old kit if I'm being honest. Like this is probably from not even last year, maybe the year before. I'm not entirely sure, but you guys can pretty much tell from the format of it. The freebie is still older and the front page is older and yeah, it's definitely a much older kit, but I still wanted to use it. I actually, fun fact, kept trying to use this kit and I kept kicking it out purely because I wanted to use another kit over it. So that is the whole reason why I have not used this kit, and that's why it was sitting in like my kit storage for the longest time. So yeah, so I'm using this kit. I also did pull in some Simply Gilded floral washi. I had to put it upside down because this one's reversed for some reason. I mean, the washi, it matches, but it doesn't match perfectly. I still like how it turned out, and I think it turned out really pretty. But it's not like my all-time favorite match, unfortunately. But it still turned out really, really pretty. And I am using all rose gold foil with this, so everything should have that rose gold pinky color to it with all of the foils. So right now I'm just putting down all of the washi, glitter headers, the full boxes. I believe all of my full box overlays, I believe they're all from Scribble Co. I'm like looking at my planner just to double check. Yeah, all of my overlays are from Scribble Co. So some of them are the little like corner overlays, and then other ones are just the full box overlays like normal. Really quickly, I wanted to talk about my last plan with me. So I actually had a ton of comments from you guys, which I appreciate, those of you who did comment on that video, requesting me to still do the rewind plan with me. So officially I am still going to keep doing these. I mean, technically, kind of the rewind plan with me. I don't know. But I'm still going to do them. I'm still going to try to catch up. It was there's a couple people that were like, do more present ones, and then others who didn't want the present ones. So I don't want to confuse you guys. I don't think you guys would get confused, but just that way it's not like, oh yeah, no, this is current month, this is like a couple months ago. I am going to try my hardest. I know I've been saying this for I don't know how long. I am literally going to try my hardest to catch up on these plan with me's. That way I can just film them for you guys and get them up, and they will all be in order, and you guys don't have to worry about like trying to figure out essentially what month I'm planning, and it won't get confusing, if that makes any sense. So I am going to try my hardest to try to get these videos done for you guys. With the summer and stuff like that, I feel like maybe not as busy. I don't know. My life has been pretty hectic lately, which you guys eventually will see, and work has been busy, and I've just been really tired from work, so it just kind of depends, but I'm trying my hardest to make sure I get all these videos out for you guys. So yeah, that is the basic stuff that I am putting down. Oh, I put down a bill due. We'll see when I realize it, because I put down a bill due originally, and then there we go. Then I realized that I didn't put down the habit tracker. But yeah, so I put down all the deco, the flags at the top, and then now I'm just putting down my sidebar. So I used one of the fashion girls on the sidebar, 2 of the habit trackers, and then I did use a white with it's like a coppery color. It's not really that pinky rose gold color from Simply Gilded. I don't think she's released that pinky one. But I put down those 2 5mm washis, and then I put down a quarter box for my little thought of the week, which I do not usually plan out on camera, purely just because I don't actually plan that for some reason on camera. But that's just been a thing. And then I put down a glitter header and a checkbox for my YouTube schedule, which there was no YouTube at all because I did nothing this week for that. And then I used the last full box just to cover the bottom part of the sidebar. So that is my sidebar. Moving on to Monday, I actually put down that bill due first on accident, so that bill due has been picked up twice now. So I put down the work label because I actually worked on this Monday for some reason, and then I put down the bill due for obviously marking a bill due. I think there was a special event. Oh yeah, there's a special event on this day, so that is why I ended up working. I don't know why. For some reason, I'm normally off on Mondays, but they scheduled me on Mondays for special events. I'm not entirely sure why. There's also my pen was running out of ink. I have one pen that works and one that runs out of ink, and I think I was using the one that runs out of ink. I really just need to get rid of that one. For some reason, it has a ton of ink still in it. It just doesn't always work. So as you can see, I'm kind of struggling with writing in my bill due, but I eventually got the correct pen and went to that and actually wrote that down. So then underneath that, I used a Simply Watercolor Co. Starbucks cup with that rose gold foil bow on it to mark a Starbucks run, because y'all know me, we need to get Starbucks. And then I used a car icon underneath that from the kit to mark that I needed to get gas. There's a lot of that like kind of yellowy color right here all at once, and I didn't mean to do that, but the car icon just happened to be that color, and when I realized it, I was like, all right, well, it's kind of a little too late for it, so we are now just leaving it. So, yeah, that is the first half of the Monday. Then moving down, if we will catch up on the writing. Come on, Lindsay. Come on, filming, Lindsay. You got it. There you go. There we go. Moving down to Monday. Bottom Monday. There we go. So first thing I did was I took a Lolly and Pop from a Glam Planner. Worst part of these is that they're so big. Like, Lolly's hair just takes up so much room. But I used the one with the donut to mark that I did get Krispy Kreme. Purely just because it was a special event. We decided to have a potluck at work, and when we have potlucks, a lot of us, like, usually at least one lead will get Krispy Kreme. Like, usually at least one of us will. Depends on who it is, but I just was the one who ended up getting the Krispy Kreme this time. So I used the Lolly and Pop to mark that. And then I used a quarter box from the kit and the Munchkin that's literally eating a bunch of junk food, or just a bunch of food in general, from Once More With Love. I used that to mark the potluck. I think we ended up having like pizza. There was the Krispy Kreme, obviously. I think someone brought like a bunch of chips and stuff. So when we have potlucks at work, they're pretty good. We actually sometimes also have like potato day at work, which is literally just like a bunch of potato foods. So like potato salad, mashed potatoes. Someone brought scalloped potatoes one time. I think there was potato chips. Like, oh my gosh, that was my favorite day because we had the potato potluck and it was the best day ever. I then used a another Lolly from Glam Planner. This one is like, I believe it's from one of her mystery kits. That was a like a villains kind of kit, because she's dressed as the Queen of Hearts. I actually don't remember what the special event was. I really don't. But I like using Disney stickers to mark when I have special events or anything work related, because obviously I work at Disneyland. So whether it's related to whatever I'm working or not, I like to use just Disney stickers in general to mark work events, because I don't have that many Mickey stickers and you kind of get tired of Mickey, so I like using different ones. So I used the Lolly and Pop as Queen of Hearts, or just Lolly as the Queen of Hearts to mark the special event at work. And that is it for Monday. Moving on to Tuesday. So I was actually off on Tuesday because I worked Monday, obviously. So I didn't need to put the work label down. Now that I'm looking at this washi is very, very crooked. So please don't yell at me for that. It's like, I'm like staring at it and I'm like, ooh, it's bad. It's like real bad. I also, I think, fixed it a couple times and it's still crooked. So I put down a like medium-ish piece of washi, and then I read the word in on my planner. I took a Sleep In sticker. I believe that's from Arctic Paper Co. Arctic Paper Co. And use that to mark sleeping in. I'm actually running out of Sleep In stickers. Oh my gosh, we struggling right now. I am running out of Sleep In stickers, and I really, really need to buy some new ones, but I'm like, maybe, because I'm not spending much money on stickers, which is probably going to be ironic because I have a haul that's supposed to be going up that I filmed a long time ago, and I don't know when that haul's going up. Either it's the one before this one, or it's going up right after this one. Haven't quite decided yet, but it's like an hour and a half long haul, and I'm saying, oh yeah, I'm not buying stickers. Yeah, we still buying a little bit of stickers, but that was also like a 2-month long haul. Anyway, I digress. Moving on. I then used a Maro from Paper and Milk to mark that I was reading a poetry book. There's actually a Instagram user. What am I doing? I was gonna say, why am I taking so long? Oh, I think I was trying to figure out how I was doing some things. Oh my god, okay. Here comes the struggle. Really quickly, before I go back to the reading of the books. So, I'm putting down all of these little, like, munchkins and stuff like that. I put down this quarter box. I was like, okay, this should work. I'm gonna use this to mark that I watched Pocahontas. So, I really wanted to use Pocahontas and Miko. Wow. Can't. I really wanted to use, like, both of them to mark it, but I was like, I really don't like how they're layering over each other. So I cut off part of, like, Pocahontas' hair. Still, I was like, okay, this is a little bit better. And then I got the script out from Scribble Co. and I was like, wow, you dummy, you really thought that this was gonna fit? So I peeled up everything, put down the Pocahontas sticker, which I put down so crooked. Like, it's, like, insanely crooked. Like, look at that. It's so bad. So at that point, I was like, I hate this. This is terrible. So I scrapped Miko, which was kind of sad. So I didn't get to keep him. I then picked up that Pocahontas script from Scribble Prints Co., which is now, like, completely, like, real bad. I'm taking up the quarter box also with it. I just scrapped that quarter box because by the time I took that script off, it was bad. I could not reuse that quarter box. So quarter box got trashed. I am now using a fancy label from the freebie, put down the script first, and then I put down Pocahontas next to it. And she's still covering part of that full box on the other side. So we went through some struggles. You can also see a little bit of the quarter box behind the, like, clear sticker of the script, but you know, that's how it is. Like, that's just how we're leaving it. So yeah, we struggled a little bit with that bottom part. Anyway, moving on back to the reading of the poetry book. So there's a Instagram profile that I follow. I believe it's like RH Sin or something like that. I'm gonna like look it up because I want to show you. I want to tell you guys because this actually has really helped me with like, they're really good for like tips on moving on and stuff like that. Like, it's really, like, I don't know, the quotes and everything, they're very inspirational and they've really helped me. So I like to follow them. So it's r.h.space.sin. So if you guys look that up, it's literally, that's what the username is, r.h.sin. So look that up, and it's like a bunch of different quotes and stuff like that. I really like it. I actually started following a lot of quote like Instagram profiles when I was going through that whole entire hard time, and they really, really helped me. So going to the poetry book, this ties into it. I believe it's his wife that wrote a poetry book. Actually, she has a couple of them, and I bought one of them, and I was reading it. So, yeah, that's what the poetry book is. That was a whole giant tangent. But yeah, if you want to follow him, go follow him, because the quotes and everything are, like, they're perfect, and they, like, really speak to me. And with, like, a lot of it was, like, about moving on and stuff like that, and, like, moving on from not only, like, relationships, but also, like, friendships and stuff like that. So, and, like, finding self-love and stuff. So definitely recommend that Instagram profile if you want some inspirational quotes pop up on your Instagram every now and then. And then underneath the little Marl, I used a fancy label from the kit and an Amazon Munchkin to mark that my new work shoes got delivered. They were just Nike, like, running shoes, but I did get them delivered on this day, so that was nice. And then I had a whole shopping day. So first thing I did was I took a emoji with a Bath and Body Works. Wow, don't know what that was. Bath and Body Works bags to mark that I needed to buy a new perfume. I actually buy my perfume from Bath and Body Works. And then I used the Munchkin shopping from the kit for shopping for new clothes, because I did go to the mall and I just, like, went a little ham and bought a bunch of clothes. And then underneath that, I had to go to Sephora probably to get, like, my either foundation or concealer or something, so I used another emoji with a Sephora bags to mark the Sephora run. And then obviously underneath that, it was Pocahontas, which you guys saw my whole giant struggle with that. So, sorry, I got a little behind on Tuesday, but that is it for Tuesday. Moving on to Wednesday. So first thing for Wednesday, I put down a phone icon from the kit to mark that I needed to charge my portable charger. For some reason, I don't have, like, actual icons that are phones. I have character stickers with phones, but I don't have icons, and I couldn't figure out how else to mark this, so I just used the phone itself. But I charged my portable charger because I was going to Disneyland this day, so I wanted to make sure that I had the charger just in case if I needed it. And then underneath that, I used a little doctor emoji to mark that I finished The Good Doctor. I don't know, am I last playing with me? I did start. Okay. I was like, I'm pretty positive you guys knew that I started watching The Good Doctor. There's one spread that I'm skipping. I believe it's my St. Patrick's Day spread, because I didn't actually, which kind of sucks because I think that's a press kit. I never fully wrote down everything that I did. So I am, like, I still have to go back and, like, fully write down everything. So that one is going to be skipped. That one's not going to go up, just so you guys know. What am I doing? Oh, it was my phone. But yeah, that plan with me is not going to go up, which unfortunately it's the one kit that's a press kit, which is a different kit from, like, all Scribble Prints Co. kits, because I do so many Scribble Prints Co. kits, but I'm like, I'm sorry, guys. No Chris Prescott. So, anyway, I'm going crazy. I finished watching The Good Doctor. There was 2 seasons of it. I finished watching it on this day. And then I used a Target foiled icon from Magic Prince Co. to mark a Target run. And then I used an appointment label from the kits, and I don't know her name. Part of me wants to say it's Sienna. I feel like that's completely wrong. I used a girl from Scribble Prince Co. I usually get Celeste, which is like the dark haired or like the brunette with the lighter skin tone. That's the one I usually use. So that's why I don't know like this one's name. But this is a character sticker or scribbler from Scribble Prince Co. And I used her with a phone to mark that I bought a new iPhone, which was super exciting and I love it. I love my new phone. It's so nice. My battery lasts for literally ever, and it's great. It was time for me to get a new phone because my other one, the battery was just dying on it. It was bad, but I still have it just in case if I do need it. But yeah, definitely glad to get a new phone. I then used a oh no, what is this called? Little Surprise Shop. I was like, what is this character from? I used a Little Surprise Shop girl with an umbrella, and I cut off her feet to mark Disneyland in the rain because it was actually like completely pouring on this day. And it was fun though because it was raining, we went actually later on in the day because the Food and Wine Festival was happening. So we went a little bit for that to eat the food at the festival. And then it was raining, so it cleared out a lot of people. So we actually were able to do everything that we wanted. So first off, we had Disneyland in the rain, and then I used a munchkin with some wine to mark that we ate food at the Food and Wine Festival. So we literally got to eat however much food that we wanted. And then I took a half box and a little Snow White emoji from the Coffee Monsters code to mark that we rode all of the Fantasyland rides. Literally, we rode all of the Fantasyland rides. Like, we were able to do all of them in an hour. We rode Winnie the Pooh, which I know is not Fantasyland, but we rode Winnie the Pooh, and then we went to, I think we did Haunted Mansion as well. And then we went to all of the fantasy rides. We did Peter Pan, Snow White, Pinocchio, and then I don't know if we did Mr. Toad. I don't fully remember, but we did all of that within a span of an hour and a half, including Winnie the Pooh and Haunted Mansion. Like, everything was a walk-on, and I was like, this is the best day ever. Like, that never happens. So, yeah, that was my Wednesday. Super, super fun. If a lot of people complain about Disneyland in the rain, but I'm like, I love Disneyland in the rain. You guys have no idea how much I love Disneyland in the rain because everyone just leaves, and I'm like, this is great because I now get to do everything I want because all of you guys left, and I will be wet. I don't care. I was wearing rain boots and I had a rain jacket on, and I was perfectly fine. So I was happy. Okay, moving on to Thursday. So first thing I did was I put down the work label, and then I took another piece of washi and a payday sticker that I don't remember where it's from. No. Okay, I really don't remember. It will be linked down below. All of the shops that I use are linked down below. My dummy part of me forgot. I really don't remember. I'm sorry, guys. I don't remember. I'm terrible. I'm a terrible human. I don't want to stop this voiceover to look at it either. I don't know, but it's a payday sticker. And then I used an emoji from obviously Coffee Monsters Co. with a phone to mark that I needed to call scheduling. I don't know why I had to call scheduling. I think they probably called me and I had to call them or something happened. I'm not entirely sure, but I had to call scheduling for something. And then I took a trash icon from the kits to mark that I needed to take out the trash. Moving down to the bottom of Thursday. So the bottom of Thursday is kind of a little sad because it's like, okay, I did stuff on the top of Thursday. Now the bottom of Thursday is just like, here, attack you. So on the bottom of Thursday, first thing I took was a little emoji with a pillow to mark that I had so much anxiety. Literally, I wrote it, so much anxiety, which then led to a panic attack, and then which then led to me being completely drained. So we love it. It's great. So this was also when I don't have panic attacks and like as much anxiety as I used to. This was still when I was still trying to figure out how to like cope with everything that was happening in my life, which was a lot. There was a lot of stuff happening. So, actually, is this no, okay, I was gonna say, is this the week that something else happened? But no, that's the next point with me. But yeah, so we marked so much anxiety. I then put down a half box from the kit because, I mean, it was half box worthy, and a Fox and Cactus girl that's like curled up in a little ball to mark my panic attack. We love panic attacks. They are great. Feels like you can't breathe and your chest is just so tight and you're like, okay, I'm gonna die here. This is fine. Literally me with panic attacks. And then underneath that, I used a little munchkin with a low battery kind of thing next to it to mark that I was drained. Literally drained. Panic attacks take so much out of you. It's ridiculous. And like I was exhausted and I was at work when I had it too, and it was not fun. So yeah, panic attacks are great. We're gonna move on. Anyway, no more talking about panic attacks, Lindsay. Leave it alone. Moving on to Friday. We gotta finish writing the last words of Thursday though. Moving on to Friday, I already have the work labeled down. And then I think I know the name of this one. So I believe this one is named Pearl. Not 100% sure still, but I put down a Pearl, I think it's Pearl, from Scribble Prints Go, another scribbler, with a vacuum to mark that I needed to clean my bedroom. And then, me struggling hardcore right now, I took a little washing machine from Scribble Prints Co. It's on like the little icon sheet, and it's a foiled rose gold, obviously the foiled rose gold sheet, to mark that I needed to wash my costume. I actually ended up being... No, I wasn't late on this day. Never mind. This is a different day. So I ended up putting down a fancy label and then a little goofy Maro from Paper and Milk. And I did not write in what this was for on purpose. So this was a training that I had that inside the title of the training, it actually tells you what location I work and what like department I'm in. So I did not write it down on camera, purely just because of personal reasons and just security reasons. You guys obviously know I work at Disneyland. Some of you guys have probably figured out where I work, but I have never said what department I work in and never like had let it like seem like I work in a certain department, nothing like that. So I did not write it down purely just for privacy reasons. If you have figured out where I work, please do not comment it down below. I'm trying to keep it as private as possible, even though like you guys probably have figured out where in Disneyland I work, but just please keep it private if you do know. But yeah, that is why I didn't fill out that little fancy label right there. Moving on underneath that, I took a like kind of emoticon girl from Fox and Cactus to mark a busy night at work. I like using like emotions and stuff like that for marking busy nights at work, just because also I got tired of kind of using like the stressed out ones, so I figured the emotion ones would work as well. And then underneath that, I used a munchkin that's on the computer with like a late night munchkin to mark that I extended super late. I don't believe I was in the office on this day. I honestly don't remember. It might have been, but I actually was not on the computer, but I could have been in the office. I really don't remember. Thank you, computer. It's 2:30. I don't fully remember, so that's my fault. But yeah, I extended super late on this day, and then because we extended super late, like no joke, like late as in like we got off at like 2:30, 3 a.m. and I started at like 3:30, so yeah, that late. I took a half box and a little emoji with like little waffles and stuff like that to mark IHOP after work. We ended up going to a 24-hour IHOP, which was a little awkward because at one point we were the only people in there, and I was like, this is weird. But if you guys have ever had stuffed French toast from IHOP, it's literally the best, and it's my favorite thing ever. And I got stuffed French toast from IHOP after work, and it was great. So yeah, moving on to Saturday, first thing I'm doing is putting down the work label. I don't know if I put down, I think I put down Sundays as well. Yeah, I was gonna say, I think I do. So I'm putting down the rest of the work labels for the week. And then underneath that, I took a Coffee Monsters Co. Do I need to keep saying what shop it's from? I feel like you guys, if I just say emoji, I feel like you guys would know what an emoji is. But I took an emoji that's like covered in a blanket and has a book with them to mark that I was reading a book. I try to use as much yellow, honestly, as possible in the spread, just because of that like kind of greenish highlighter yellow that is throughout, like, that has like that pops of color throughout the kit. I figured I would use that, and so that was why I used the yellow one. I then used a quarter box and a little munchkin with a box to mark that my iPhone was delivered, which was super excited. It was actually delivered when I was at work, so I did not get to set it up until the next day, which was a little sad, but it got delivered when I was at work. But it was okay. It still got delivered, so I'm okay with it. And then underneath that, I took a munchkin from the kit on the laptop to mark that I had to order a phone case from Amazon. So I have this new phone, and I had not ordered a new phone case, which next week, which is the Plan With Me that you guys aren't going to see, which is the St. Patrick's Day Plan With Me. That week I actually ordered the cases that were from Caseify, which are a little bit more expensive, but I knew it was going to take a long time, so I had already ordered those, or I didn't order them yet, but I knew I was going to order them. But I wanted a like $5, like $6 phone case from Amazon just to have that until I got those phone cases in. So I made a really quick order from Amazon for a clear phone case, super simple phone case, just so I could have it until I got the cuter ones. And then I used underneath that a Fox and Cactus girl with like headphones on to mark a pretty basic podcast. I'm like struggling right now. I think I've talked about this a little bit with the Pretty Basic podcast. It's a podcast that is from YouTubers Alicia Marie and Miss Remy Ashton, and I just love listening to their podcast because it's very entertaining. I think Alicia's sister has created one that's called Unsolicited Advice, and that one's pretty hilarious too, and like that one's like has deep stuff and hilarious stuff at the same time, and so I really like that one as well. And then underneath that, I used a fancy label and a little like munchkin with like a little heart. This was off of a freebie, so I don't know what like it's actually called, but I used that to mark that I looked up inspirational quotes. I like to do this, like I said, every now and then, just because it really gets me inspired, and when I see quotes that's like makes me kind of like my feelings valid, it makes me feel better, if that makes any sense. So it's like one of those things where it's like, you're not crazy, like you are okay to feel this type of thing, like those type of quotes, like those ones make me feel a lot better because I know I'm not going crazy. So I looked up some inspirational quotes on like Pinterest and stuff like that, and on Instagram. And then last but not least, I took a pastel-haired girl from Fox and Cactus to mark that I was feeling inspired, because obviously you look up some inspirational quotes, you're going to feel inspired after, you would hope. So we were feeling inspired after that, and it was great. I love looking up little inspirational quotes and then like just seeing them, and I save them, and then I can go back and read them whenever I want to. Okay, moving on to Sunday. So again, that work label is already down. I then used a fancy label and a clock with a munchkin to mark that it was daylight savings, so spring forward happened. I am one of those few people that I don't like spring forward. And it's not that like I don't like the longer days. I'm totally okay with that. It just means that summer's coming and I am never prepared for summer. Like I really do not like the summer because of how hot it gets, and I understand if like people who live in the snow, they love the summer because it's like, oh my god, it's like 70 and it's beautiful. But like me, where it's like 100 and like 12-degree heat every single day, and not so much, don't like it as much. So yeah, spring forward unfortunately happened. I'm not the biggest fan of it. It's actually only just now getting hot, and it's June 13th, so we had a couple hundred like triple digit heat days a couple days ago, but I think today's only supposed to be like 80 something, so we're good. Anyway, moving on underneath that, I took a munchkin with a phone to mark that I needed to set up my new iPhone, which was super exciting. Like I said, I love it. This is the first time that I've had not the home button, and it's like the Face ID stuff. And when I first got it, I was like, how do you work this phone? I don't understand. I struggled so hard trying to figure out how to use the Face ID and stuff, or like the swipe up stuff, and I was struggling so hard. I then used a little nail polish with a hand from Scribble Prince Co. to mark that I needed to paint my nails. I actually forgot I have these. I always use like a munchkin or an emoji with nail polish to mark that, and I completely forgot that I had these little icons from Scribble Prince Co. Underneath that, I used a half box and a little Bailey. So these are actually Bailey stickers. So really quickly, if anyone's curious, Bailey is my husky. She is a red husky. I mention her quite frequently if you guys don't know. And a subscriber actually made me these stickers, and they are little tiny Baileys that I can use anytime I need to mark something with Bailey. I still have a couple of them. I have stickers that are from a store called Vintage Gypsy Road, which is no longer a store anymore, and I only bought that one sheet of those stickers. And so when I was like, I'm running low on these, I need more, this subscriber was super, super nice, and she decided to create some for me, and I now have a sheet of Baileys. They're a little bit tinier than the other ones, but I'm totally okay with it because I'm like, I have all the Baileys, and I'm so excited. So I use that to mark playtime with Bailey, just because I love marking whenever she's like super excited and stuff. So there's that. I then used a little boba drink from Once More with Love, turmeric Bobatopia, which is just us getting boba after work. And then last but not least, I used a munchkin in bed to mark that I was super tired because, yep, that sounds about right. We always super tired, if I'm being honest. So that is everything for this plan with me. I'm going to flip through what is left in the kit and then give you guys a Viv wiggle really quickly. But I hope you guys enjoyed this plan with me. I still obviously have a decent amount of the kit because it's a what's it called? Ultimate Kit. There we go. I was like, why can't I think of what this is? But I hope you guys enjoyed this plan with me. If you did, as always, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I also realized I forgot to put the weekend banner down, so we're doing that really quickly. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you are not already, and comment down below anything that you would like. And I will see you guys in another video very soon. Bye, guys!